Okay, so now that you have your trigger image and it's associated to right before you saw okay. So now it's time to actually run the swish pattern. And what we do with the swish pattern is we simply replace your trigger image. So seeing what you saw right before you had the problem, we replace that image with your desired image. You seeing yourself the way you want to be once you've overcome that problem. And then we do something called the break state. I'll explain a little bit more in a second here. But the basic idea is, real quickly, we're going to train the mind to go from problem state, desired state, and then break state. A break state is a pattern interrupt. We're doing something else to reset the neurology. Okay? So really simply, we're taking problem state. As soon as you do that, neurologically, you're lighting up the neural pathways associated with the problem. We shrink that down, make it smaller, bam, desired state, big, bright, close to you, to the point where you feel really good looking at that successful image of you. And as you do that, then what will happen is you're building a bridge from your problem state neurologically to your desired state. So your brain, every time in the past you would have had the problem, your brain automatically starts to propel you into the person that you want to be. So I'm going to guide you through it really slowly here at first. So what I want you to do this effectively is you have your desired image of yourself, the you that's successful. And I want you to imagine that you had that you in an image the size of a postage stamp. We're going to take that desired image and we're going to put it inside your trigger image. So you have your trigger image, what you see right before your problem, with that desired you. It's like you can see yourself the way you want to be in an image in the bottom of that trigger image. And then when we do the swish, the reason it's called the swish is because we will make an auditory cue. And the technical reason for this is to block out any internal dialogue while we do the pattern. So some trainers will actually use the word swish. They'll say swish, and when they say that, the trigger image will shrink, and you're going to do this consciously. You're going to imagine the trigger image shrinking, growing smaller, darker, as your desired image gets bigger and brighter till you can see yourself the way you want to be, and that image of you covers your entire mental screen. Okay? And then you're going to open your eyes, and you're going to break your state. And you're going to repeat that a number of times until the moment you think about that trigger image, it automatically shrinks down, bam, you see the desired image. And if you do this anywhere between 3 to 20 times, 20 is at the extreme end, usually it's between 3 and 5, 11 is, for me personally, what really wires it in, but everyone's different. You'll know you've done it enough times when the moment you think about that old problem, you automatically either see your desired image or you go into that emotional state of success. So try this on with me now. Okay? So put that trigger image there, and in the bottom corner, you see that desired image of you, and on the count of 3, I'm going to say whoosh, like that, to help you block out the auditory. I know it's a silly sound, just bear with me. And what I want you to do is, as I say that whoosh noise, I want you to imagine the trigger image shrinking, getting smaller, and the desired image growing bigger, brighter, so that the only thing you see, once you've run the swish, is yourself the way you want to be. Ready? 1, you have your trigger image. 2, and then 3. The trigger image gets smaller, darker, black and white. Desired image, you see yourself the way you want to be, growing bigger, brighter, more compelling, bring it closer to you. And as you do, really feel the success of that image until all you can see in your mental screen is that desired image of you. Now, open your eyes, clear the screen. We're going to break your state, so shake that off a little bit. Think about your favorite smell, and you're going to hear me cue you with different break states, like what's your favorite smell, or I might ask you to think about your phone number backwards. It's a little random, but that's the point. I want you to break your state in between repetitions so that your neurology wires this in one direction. It goes from problem state to desired state only. One of the biggest mistakes people make is they go problem state, desired state, problem state, desired state, problem state, desired state. That will actually create a loop. You don't want a loop. You want it to go from problem state to desired state in that direction only. So now that you've broken your state, let's do it again. Every time you do it a little bit faster. So on the count of 3, close your eyes. 1, 2, 3. Pull up that trigger image and immediately shrink it down fast, and then bring up that desired image. Whoosh, big, bright. And you can bring that closer to the point where you really start to feel those good feelings intensely. Now, open your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Imagine a white sheet just drops down in front of your eyes. Count backwards. Say your phone number out loud backwards. Breaking your state at this point. Putting a good break state in between every repetition. And then let's do it again. When you're ready now, close your eyes. And on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Bring up that trigger image and whoosh, replace it with the desired image. See yourself the way you want to be. Make it bigger and brighter. Bring it closer to you until you really start to feel the success of that image. Now, open your eyes. Deep breath in. This should start to feel really good. The more you do this, the more you bring up that desired image, the more you're going to feel good as you do this exercise. When you watch people do this, you'll know they're doing it correctly because a smile will creep across their face, their chest will start to lift, or they might get, you might see them lean back a little bit as they're looking at that image of themselves. So just notice how your body responds intensely as you do this exercise correctly. So, a couple times now. And I'm going to go faster and faster each time. The other key to doing this is speed of repetition. Speed of repetition. The brain works through thinking is quick. So if we wire these thoughts in through speed of repetition, it will become more and more unconscious and automatic, which is what we want. We want that impulse to go from trigger image, desired image so quickly that it's automatic and it happens outside conscious awareness. So we're going to go faster and faster now. So close your eyes. 1, 2, 3. Trigger image, whoosh, desired image. Big, bright, fill the entire mental stream with your desired image. Feel the success of that. Now, open your eyes, deep breath in. Shake it off, and close your eyes now. Trigger image, whoosh, desired image. Make that desired image big and bright and close until you feel the success of it. Now, open your eyes, deep breath in. Shake that state off. Clear the mental stream. Cut. And run it again. Trigger image, whoosh, desired image. Fill the entire mental screen. You see yourself the way you want to be. Really zoom in on the parts of that allow you to feel the best about this successful image of you. Now, open your eyes, close your eyes. Deep breath in. Good. And actually just open your eyes again. And so what I want you to do at this point is I want you to test. And the way you test is imagine that trigger image and notice if you automatically go into the desired image or desired state. You'll have done this exercise enough times, you've done enough repetitions of this. When the trigger image, you can either no longer get the trigger image back, or you automatically see your desired image, or your body responds intensely. When one of those 3 things happens, you're done with this particular trigger image. And it's time to move on to a new trigger image for every context where you have this problem. So I want you to take your time here, go through all of the trigger images that we identified in the earlier videos. Do the swish pattern on each until any time you think about having had that problem in the past, you automatically go into your desired state. And lastly, I want you to think about the next time where you would have had this problem in the past. And notice how you automatically go into your desired state. Now, if you don't find yourself going into the desired state, that means more repetitions. And the right number is different for every person. For me, it's right around 11 per trigger image. I have clients that it's 3 per trigger image. I've done it with people where it takes more. It's all a matter of what works well for you while you're doing this exercise. So take the time now, do the repetitions, and I'll see you on the next video where we're gonna go into how to make the swish even more effective by adding new skills, new capabilities, new beliefs, how to use metaphors to make your swish pattern more effective, and different things. Actually, after that, we're gonna go into auditory swish patterns and kinesthetic swish patterns, which I've had to scour the internet for. It's very difficult to find those. So I'm gonna be sharing those with you here too. Stay tuned.